Let us now turn to the third article for today. I'm looking in Beyond Integrity on page 279. This is the Beaton and Wagner article. Okay, so this is the third point, third article. All right. Turn the page to 280 and look in that little gray box there at the bottom. This material is a little bit dated now, but the numbers have actually gotten worse since these surveys were conducted. The fourth annual survey of job satisfaction conducted by Salary.com in 2009 revealed that 65% of employed survey respondents said they are looking for different jobs. Okay, 65% were somewhat satisfied, but only 15% were extremely satisfied. Online Public Membership Organization Conference Board reports in January of 2010 that job satisfaction in the U.S. is at its lowest level in 2 decades since the first year in which their survey was conducted. When you drive on the highway to school each day, a whole bunch of the people driving alongside you are going to jobs that they don't like. Okay, a large percentage of them, maybe even a majority percentage, are going to jobs that they don't like, and they will work there for the next 8 hours of the day. And they'll do this year in and year out for a large percentage of their life. Why do you think this is the case? That is, why do you think so many people are in jobs that they don't like? Because they need the money. Okay? Others? Don't have the education to get out or find another job. Okay? All right. Others? Okay, because maybe they're debt slaves, or maybe they like a high standard of living, and maybe it's not a job that is actually fulfilling, but it is a job that will enable them to maintain that standard of living. Okay, other reasons. Maybe they lack imagination and can't imagine anything else. Maybe they're not proactive enough. Okay, it is imperative as we go out into the working world after we get our degrees that we find professional fields that we find satisfaction from and that are fulfilling. Okay, what you do in your work is, maybe the most important thing that you'll be doing throughout much of your life. Okay, I think probably the most important thing I'm doing right now is being a dad. But the second most important thing is definitely, it's very close to being a dad, is my job. And honestly, find something that is satisfying. Find something that is fulfilling. Let's look at page 283 and look at Beaton's and Wagner's ideas for how to find work that is fulfilling and flourishing. Okay, so we're talking about job satisfaction, and we're trying to answer the question how to find a satisfying job. Okay, look on page 283, first column. The work context is core to the capacity of people to flourish. Beyond the simple fact that we spend so many hours of each week at work, much of our identity as humans is tied up in the nature of the work we do. 3 elements of work seem to be particularly related to flourishing. Work that enables people to perform to high standards, requires their full capacity and resources, and is socially responsible, is linked to the construction of a meaningful life. Okay, so let's put those up here. Challenge. It needs to be, somewhat challenging. Socially responsible. Okay, Opportunities for advancements. And I'm going to add a fourth, although they don't mention this. I'm going to say compensation. Because that's actually an important part of job satisfaction. Okay. If the job is a challenge on a daily basis, it tends to produce much higher job satisfaction numbers. Okay, if it is too easy, people get bored. We've all had jobs before where we were bored. The proverbial lifeguard over the summer job, crazy boredom, okay? If it's too hard, then people get discouraged or depressed. Regular, consistent challenge is an important component of job satisfaction. So that's got to be a high metric. Okay, social responsibility. If it is predatory, people regularly are unsatisfied. If it is socially responsible, people tend to be more fulfilled than they would otherwise be. Okay? Advancement, if there's no opportunity for advancement, it's a dead-end job, people regularly get very discouraged on the job satisfaction surveys. Okay, if there are regular opportunities, though, for advancing oneself or, aspiring to or ambitiously aspiring to a higher position, it tends to make people happier and more satisfied. Okay, and good compensation, of course, is an important component of a job. If all four of these metrics are good, you tend to find high job satisfaction scores. However, if, say, just a couple of them are good and two of them are bad, often those jobs score very low on the satisfaction score surveys. Okay, so for instance, if you are in a job that is very challenging and is very socially responsible, but offers no opportunities for advancement and has very poor compensation, you will probably experience burnout. Okay, the Teach for America program is a great program. People stay in that program, though, for only a couple years on balance because the burnout rates are so high. They go into inner city schools that need their help and where they do great good. But the compensation is not great, and although it's very socially responsible and very challenging, there's no opportunity for advancement. And the work is enormously, it's all-consuming. And they burn out after 2 years. Okay, however, if you are in a job where the compensation is great, and maybe it offers great opportunities for advancement, but you're having to destroy other people to do it, probably that will not be a job that has high job satisfaction rates. Unless you're a sociopath. Unless you're Mark Zuckerberg, right? Ooh, did I say that? I did say that. What's that? And on camera, I said that too. Hear that, Zook? He's probably listening on all your phones, right? Yes, I did say that, Zook. Okay. It's all right. Zook would probably pimp me out to the Chinese for a dime. He wants my data.